Good afternoon, a warm welcome to Knowsley Road. Stonesbitter League clash versus Wakefield. Saints led out this afternoon by Daniel Woods, aged 11. He goes to Rainford High School, so I would imagine he'll be in the first year at Rainford High. His favourite is Paul Loughlin, but Loughlin's out injured, and I know he was having his photograph taken before with George Mann, Saints' powerful Kiwi prop. Saints looking to end a 4-match losing run, and hopefully at Wakefield's expense this afternoon. The teams for this afternoon, the Saints: Connolly, Hunt, Griffiths, Rapati and Quirk. From 1 to 5, Beavers and Devine at halfbacks, Jonathan Neal, Paul Groves, George Mann in the front row, with Big John Harrison and Bernard Dwight in the second row, Shane Cooper at 13 and captain, and David Large and Paul Jones substitutes. The Wakefield outfit: number 1 Perry, the three-quarter line of Jones, Byrne, Mason and Wilson, Conway and Slater the half-back pairing, with Shelford, Thompson and Glancy in the front row, Andy Kelly and Chris Mortimer, the Australian, in the second row, Gary Price at loose forward, with Tracy Lazenby and Nick DeToit as substitutes. Wakefield to kick off, playing up to the Eddington stand for this first half. Referee Ollerton from Wigan gets us underway, a new referee, recently made up to Grade 1. It's Connolly moving it across field, just taken down there 15 yards away from his own line. Tia Rapati, is it on the far side, or is it Jonathan Griffiths? Tia Rapati it was. I think Rapati has 3 on his back and Griffiths has 4, whereas I've given it out as Griffiths 3 and Rapati 4. But it's Saints still in possession. Hooker, John Thompson quickly in there, one of the tacklers. Groves down to Beavers, boots it heavily downfield. Full back with his sun in his eyes, Chris Perry. But Saints being penalised there, and referee Ollerton penalising the Saints. They kick it upfield, and now it's John Glancy powering his way upfield onto Adrian Shelford. Popular figure here, as you can realise from the partisan popular side crowd. And Wakefield moving it crossfield, inside ball there, good ball to Andy Kelly, onto full-back Perry. Connolly will not get him, Perry goes over. Good try there for Wakefield. Good try for Wakefield there, catching Saints on the hop. The ball turned inside to big forward Andy Kelly. He powered his way forward. Chris Perry was backing him up, and he outpaced the Saints defence and touched down about 15 yards to the left of the sticks. Just a minute and about 35 seconds that try came in. So Wakefield on the board, and Mark Conway looking to add the extras. So David Topless, ex-Great Britain international. He's coach at Wakefield. He's been there for quite a while. He'll have his team fired up. Both sets of both teams in need of points. And Conway right between the uprights, and just over 2 minutes play. Wakefield 6 points in the lead. So Saints caught on the hop there. Saints kick off, Wakefield back in possession in their own 25. Solid tackling on the far side, Dwyer, Groves and George Mann. But it's Wakefield moving it to their left, Adrian Shelford. That's over around about 4 years ago. He should have been a Saints player, but due to a contractual error, he ended up at Wigan. But it's Wakefield still in possession. Moving it quickly. Saints tackling, he'll have to hold firm. That's the name of the game. You've got to get in and make sure the man's tackled. It's the 6th and final tackle, and Beaver's putting pressure. As the ball's kicked upfield, and Gary Connolly gathers it centre field. He's brought down midway between the halfway and his own 25. Saints moving it left quickly. Harrison onto Rapati, out to Les Quirk. Cooper up to Jonathan Neal. Good solid game against Widnes, and no doubt it's quite a little bit of sun coming out today, but better conditions than at Widnes. Griffiths onto Hunt, back to Griffiths. Beavers is with him. Griffiths hands off. Beavers inside. Superb try from the Saints. A superb try from the Saints, finished off by Beavers, but good play in their own half. The ball fed over to the right wing. Alan Hunt took it well off Jonathan Griffiths. Griffiths followed him up. Hunt fed it back inside. Beavers was on his inside. A superb handoff from this excellently scrum half. Jonathan Griffiths playing at centre, and Beavers inside, and it was just a run in at the line there. Superb try from Beavers after just nearly 5 minutes play. Beavers' 3rd of the season, and a chance now for Sean Devine. Already 10 kicks, 10 goals to his credit this season. Paul Loughlin out, obviously with that groin injury. Quite a lot of injury problems from the Saints, but 6-4 the score, and a chance for Devine. Oh yes, and that's a perler right between the uprights. Puts Saints back on level terms. 6 points each, and just over 5 minutes play gone. So Saints hitting back in the best way possible. Points on the board. All square now, 6 points each. A superb try there down this right flank. As I said before, it's Griffiths. He's got 4 on his back, but he is playing at the right centre, which normally carries number 3. But it's Harrison from acting half-back. Griffiths again over on the far side, looking for plenty of action. He's there again, Jonathan Griffiths, trying to scamper away, but he's brought down on his own 25. Paul Groves quickly up, and Saints will move it along the line here. Jonathan Neal, good ball to Beavers as Wakefield move up quickly. Shelford and Kelly, one of the tacklers. But as Wakefield move up exceptionally quickly. George Mann again, inside to Cooper. For a forward pass rule there by referee Ollerton. Quick play from the Saints. For a forward pass being ruled, a scrum down with a Wakefield feed just inside the Saints 25. First scrum of the match. Richard Slater to feed. Well, hit the front row forward's foot and bounced out. Never saw the inside of the scrum. But solid tackling from the Saints. That's what they'll have to do. Keep this lively Wakefield side out. They're at the bottom end of the table, same as the Saints. Wakefield in 9th position. Saints in 10th, out of 14 in the first division. Adrian Shelford. George Mann quickly into him with Big John Harrison. And Wakefield now change of direction. They move it to the left, then over to the right. Throwing it out over to that far side, to the right wing of David Jones, but he's coming back in field. Saints come up with possession. Superb break there. Tirapati onto Groves. Groves into space. About a 3 or 4 man overlap on the right, but Groves went down centre field. Wakefield are penalised. Chris Mortimer for holding down in the tackle. Chris Mortimer, one of the many Mortimer brothers over in Australia, but he's held down there in the tackle. Vivas has the ball in his hands, kicking over to our commentary position here on the popular side at Knowsley Road. So it's Groves to restart just inside the Wakefield half. Jonathan Neal first receiver. Adrian Shelford right round the head there. Looked like a bit of a rabbit punch. But it's Sean Devine scampering away from acting half-back. Up to the 25 now. Saints on the charge. Groves, move it left. Saints. Bernard Dwyer, he tries to straighten up. It's Paul Groves again at dummy half. Saints bring it blindside. Cooper on to Connolly. George Mann, John Harrison. On the 20, Wakefield 25, sixth and final tattle. And Saints move it left. It's on to Vivas. Was that an attempted drop goal? But it touched a Wakefield man, and it's now with Perry. So good play from Saints there, bringing the ball well upfield, but some slack tackling there, nearly allowing the Wakefield player to slip through. Right winger David Jones, well, holding down is the adjudged offence, but I think that was a bit harsh. Wakefield fine touch, 8 yards short of the halfway line. Scrum half Richard Slater. Onto the hooker there, John Thompson. Slater quickly up at tacked in half-back, and Wakefield move it infield. Adrian Shelford, block busting forward, battering ram forward. Had 3 seasons at Wigan and won more or less every honour in the game over here in England. Slater moving it right, a loose pass, but it's tidied up. Well, it is tidied up too. Jed Byrne, this ex-Wigan three-quarter. 10-15 yard burst forward. Now with Conway, move it across. Certainly look forward. And referee Ollerton picking it out. Saints penalised. I mean, Saints Wakefield penalised for the forward pass, and a scrum down with a Saints feed. Saints win the ball, bring it blindside. Devine. Hunt was inside, but a good tackle there from Richard Slater. Saints charging upfield. John Harrison wants a quick play of the ball, but they're being held down by Gary Price. Along the line, George Mann, lofted ball to Griffiths. Looking for the gap is Griffiths. Feeds it into Connolly. Good ball there. Superb ball inside from Griffiths as he was going down in the tackle. But Wakefield there penalised again. Well, he's certainly doing a lot of penalising for holding down in the tackle rather than possibly letting the free play flow. What a chance for Saints for a penalty goal conversion attempt. Referee Ollerton quickly in on the job, and perhaps over-enthusiastic at times. But as I said, Saints looking to get back in winning ways. 4 losses on the trot. Warrington in the Regal, and then away defeats at Sheffield and Widnes, with the Wigan home match in between, just separating them. At Widnes, it certainly was a game that we should have won, or we could have won. 3 times held up over the line. And I've been assured by quite a few spectators that the Quirk try, or, well, the disallowed Quirk try actually was a try. He did go over, but it was the touch judge that said it wasn't. But it's Devine now, a chance for 2 extra points. Gone to the left of the stick, so a chance going to begging. Wakefield, they've had a pretty dismal Christmas period, beaten home and away by Featherstone, 14-8 and 16-8 respectively. But Wakefield, a funny team, and they're up and down. They beat Wigan 14 points to 12 late in November, and they was the first team to lower the Hull colours this season by 22 points to 6. So they're quite a good team on the day. Just let's hope that today is not their day. Saints in possession. Harrison, George Mann, good ball there, Rapati to Les Quirk. Well, Les Quirk there, he was an awkward ball. Rapati not drawing his man at all, giving it to Quirk, and unfortunately the Wakefield cover defence bundled Les Quirk into touch over there on the main stand side. Wakefield feed come up with scrum possession. Moving it crossfield. Rapati quickly over. Andy Kelly. No, it's not that time. It's Gary Price moving forward. It's Mason there. Tom Way over to Jed Byrne. Tries to push the tackler off, but Rapati sticks to him, clamps him and pushes him back 5 yards. Shelford coming in, first receiver, an awkward ball. He took it well, slipped it out well there to scrum half Slater. And Wakefield still in possession. The score still tied at 6 points each. 14 minutes of the first half gone. Prop forward there, John Glancy. Looking to release it to Perry as the extra man, but it's the sixth and final tackle of the sequence. The ball kicked upfield. Alan Hunt has to be given the required 10 yards as Andy Mason comes in, but Hunt goes further crossfield and is brought down by Price. Cooper again, as Wakefield penalised for offside at the play of the ball. Shelford, I think, being picked out. And a penalty to the Saints. As I said, only just over 14 minutes gone and 5 penalties to Saints against 2 against Wakefield. Paul Groves looking to get things underway, just an extra rugby ball on the pitch. George Mann just lofts it away over there. And Saints, Jonathan Neal, but the ball's gone down. Wakefield in possession. Saints surrendering ball possession on the first tackle there. Well, Shelford does, but Cooper picks it up. Cooper still going. He flicks it out to Beavers. Harrison now. Looking for support, Harrison. But Saints back in possession. Very fortunate there. They lost possession and then Shelford did. But Jonathan Neal, this big Cumbrian, only a young Cumbrian forward, about 20 years of age, powering his way upfield into the Wakefield defence. Divine, Cooper, good hands there, man, onto Rapati. Quirk's in field, Quirk takes it. Oh, superb try. Superb ball handling skills from the Saints there. George Mann moves it over to the left onto Rapati. Rapati did well, he went down the wing. Quirk came inside this time. Rapati took the tacklers, fed it inside to Quirk, and it was virtually a run-in. Just brushed past the Wakefield one-man defence there, and Quirk going in just about 2 or 3 yards to the left of the sticks there. Puts Saints in the lead, 10 points to 6, and Divine's third chance for a goal this afternoon. So Sean Divine shouldn't have any problem, gives Saints a 6-point cushion. Quirk's 9th try of the season, equal leading try scorer now with Shane Cooper. Divine pops it over, 17 minutes of the first half gone, and 12 points to 6 in the Saints' favour. So good try there from the Saints, and what it could have been with Saints losing possession on the first tackle. Wakefield gathered it, then Shelford lost it, and Saints made them pay for that loss there. Good finishing by Rapati and Quirk. Along the line, Connolly straightens up, just beats the first line of defence. Unfortunately loses his footing. Cooper onto George Mann. Out to Jonathan Griffiths. Goes in field, very strong player this Jonathan Griffiths. 3-man tackle brings him down. Slater and Thompson, 2 of them, but it's Bernard Dwyer. He also took a knock after the Widnes game, had to go to hospital for tests on his head. A lot of treatment round the head from Widnes. And Groves tries to burrow his way through. Push down there, Hunt wants a quick play the ball. Saints take it in field. Divine, he has to straighten up as the defence comes across field, but just a little bit of a mix-up there with Divine and captain Shane Cooper. The ball going to ground and a scrum down to be formed. Richard Slater this time. Let's see if he can manage to get it in the tunnel this time at the prop's feet. Well, knock on there, surely. Hand him back as well. He knew he'd made a mistake, did referee Ollerton. He just didn't give the correct decision there, in my opinion, but at least it's a penalty to the Saints. Went in the second row then. He looked as though he definitely knocked on, and handing out was the penalty award. And Vivers finds touch. Good kick from Vivers, just inside the Wakefield 25. Groves, Cooper, Jonathan Neal running hard and straight. Solid tackling there from Thompson and Glancy. Groves brings it blindside. John Harrison again. 6'7" of Harrison, back after injury, been out quite a few weeks. Harrison plays it to himself and he's over. Yes, big John Harrison, not marked there, played it to himself. And as I say, 6'7" of him, and he dove over and stretched out, and a good try for the Saints. Good work there from the Saints, down the blind side again. They play this blind side quite a lot lately, and it's paying dividends. Harrison there brought down, 10, 15 yards short, played it to himself. Drove forward again and touchdown. 10 yards infield from this bottom corner, the old scoreboard corner. John Harrison, his second try of the season. And Sean Devine looking to tag the points on. Certainly that try from Perry for Wakefield, converted by Conway in just a minute and 35 seconds, did I say earlier? That's sparked the Saints into action, because they know they've got to have points. League points are essential, as they're losing ground rapidly. Certainly a lot of competition in the First Division, and really very few competitive sides, regular sides. But Sean Devine there, no problem, bangs it between the uprights. Saints with a 12-point cushion. Harrison tried, Devine goal, 18 points to 6 to score, and just halfway through this first half. Not many consistent sides in the First Division. The ball kicked off there by Wakefield. Les Quirk gathers it, drives into the cover defence. The Wakefield defence coming in. John Glancy, one of the tacklers there with Hooker, Thompson. On to big John Harrison again, the latest try scorer. Groves, Saints move it quickly again, and quickness is the main thing. Well, forced into touch on the far side there. Looks as though he was well shot, did Les Quirk, but he was forced in. Touch judge raises his flag. Wakefield looking to make a substitution now as the scrum's formed, but the referee's attention hasn't been brought to it. Wakefield in with possession. Jed Byrne brought down with Rapati and Beavers. Wakefield taking the scrums 3-1 as loose forward Price tries to wind his way through, but Shelford, basketball style, stops it. Well, if he's going off injured, let's get into him and certainly make him know that he's had only about 21 minutes play. But it's Glancy powering his way into the Saints 25. Conway along the line there, Mortimer back to Conway, into space, back to Perry, backing up, versatile full back, couldn't think of the position then, but it's Hooker working through, on to Andy Wilson, but the Hooker there, Thompson, linking up well, and nearly laying on a try there for Wilson. Sixth and final tackle, but that ball's going to be too far, kicked dead, and now a chance for Wakefield to make the substitution. No, Saints tap off from the centre of the 25. It's Grove still going. Bernard Dwyer attacked it half-back, but a good play from the Saints there, brought it up quickly. And it's George Mann, he's running cross-field. Pushes one off, lays the ball round, lovely ball to Rapati, into space. Rapati with only the full-back to beat. Good play from the Saints. A full 50 yards upfield movement from 125 to the other. Cooper taking up the running, on to Harrison, on to Connolly, comes in field, Quirk on his outside. Oh, the ball's loose, and Wakefield have come up with possession. Unlucky there. Saints moving well upfield, but Saints penalised for offside at the play of the ball there by referee Ollerton. So a chance now for the substitution to be made. Well, I don't know whether he's had the indication or what, but Wakefield making the substitution. Nick DeToit, veteran campaigner, coming on for Adrian Shelford. And here's DeToit, ex-South African. Made his name with the Wigan club, had a spell up at Barrow, and now at Wakefield. He's been around for quite a while, but he's a tough customer. Now Shelford there, whether it's a planned ploy, he's shaking his head. He's been replaced, whether it's a move from Topless. But Adrian Shelford just getting a little a warm reception from the partisan popular side crowd here at Nosey Road. Wakefield trailing by 18 points to 6, in possession just outside the halfway line, and the kick upfield. Alan Hunt does well, keeps it in field, beats the first line of defence. Has to take the tackle there, got to stick hold of the ball in your own 25, and especially when you're only about 10 yards from the try line. Bernard Dwyer onto Cooper, took it well, out to Harrison, now to Rapati. Rapati does well, draws his man, feeds it onto Quirk. He takes it well, does legs Quirk. They try and force him in a touch on the far side again, just short of the halfway line. But Saints doing well right from their own line. Devine has to turn back to the blind side as the Wakefield cover defence came in. It was Chris Mortimer coming in for the interception. Jonathan Neal. But Wakefield there moving up exceptionally quickly. Cooper onto Beavers. Good ball there. Good ball to Hunt. Beavers loops round for the return pass. Hunt has to take the tackle. Wakefield all offside there, but referee Ollerton not paying attention this time. Or if he did, he was choosing to ignore it. He's urging the Wakefield side back on side. It's the sixth and final tackle. Rapati over to Quirk. Quirk takes his opposite number there, David Jones, on, but he's forced into touch on the sixth tackle, so it's going to be the changeover on the Wakefield 25. 26 minutes of the game gone, 18 points to 6 in the Saints' favour. And Saints penalised well. Cooper, he always rakes after the ball. Once the ball's put on the deck to be played, it's open up for grabs, and it's Cooper, he does it quite well going for this ball, but referee Ollerton, perhaps they've not heard about this rule in Wigan, and with him being a fresh referee, obviously he's not accustomed to the facts there, but Wakefield have been awarded the penalty. They gain 10 yards further upfield from the kick, and now they're in possession just short of the halfway line. Oh, it's Wakefield now. Conway coming cross field onto a good second row running Mortimer. Thompson, that's acting half back. The ball fed back to loose forward Price. Solid tackling from the Saints. George Mann, Shane Cooper and Paul Groves. As Wakefield bring it blindside. Conway, little grubber kick through. Well played there from Wakefield. The wingman Andy Wilson followed it up, but a good ploy there from Conway. A little chip kick through there. Hunt had to turn, Connolly had to come across, but they couldn't outpace Wilson, and he touched down in the corner. So good try there from Wakefield, good enterprising play as Saints were pressing up, and Mark Conway, a little chip kick through as Saints were pressing up on the Wakefield attack. Andy Wilson outpaced Alan Hunt and Connolly for the ball. He took it well, sat up nice for him, and he touched down in the corner. As you can see, perhaps about 5 yards or even less in from the corner flag. And Conway hoping to convert this try from just outside the 25. Conway does well, just across the face of the posts. So the score now, 18 points to the Saints, 10 to Wakefield. "12 minutes of the first half remaining, Saints to kick off. Phil Beavers there. Well, Cooper takes a quick kick, the required 10 yards. Tried to catch Wakefield off guard, it didn't come off this time. But all these little ploys in Mike McClelland's repertoire. Along the line, Conway misses out one onto Byrne, and Andy Mason latching onto the end of it. John Harrison brings him down. Andy Kelly, strong, rangy second row forward, as Wakefield now bring it through, and it's Conway again, positional kicking, kicks it over there to the corner of the main stand. Andy Eddington, Connolly does well, gets out from behind his in-goal area. Rapati at dummy half, the ball onto John Harrison. Jonathan Neal. Saints pegged in their own 25. They'll certainly be missing the hard running of Kevin Ward this afternoon. Injured at Widnes, out with a broken thumb for 4 weeks. Also Mark Bailey, a broken finger, he's out for 4 weeks. Forber with a neck injury, Haggerty with an injury, Paul Bishop with ligaments, and Stuart Evans, I think he's still got flu. What a good take there from David Jones. Good deep kick from the Saints. And he's still going, is Jones. Well, he's knocked on there. Saints come up with possession. The touch judge was just going to indicate that it was a knock-on to the referee. But Saints come up with a loose ball. Rapati onto Quirk. Quirk comes in field up to the 25. Not tackled first, but Andy Kelly comes in and makes sure. Wakefield moving up exceptionally quickly. Beavers, he straightens up. Back to Divine, he took it well. Round onto Paul Groves. Into space, Groves, only the full back to beat. Turned into the Wakefield defence. Coming in quickly. And a chance for Saints. Onto Tirapati. He's coming cross field, but he's straightened up. Surely no, he's brought down. Centre field, 20 yards out. Jonathan Neal now. Sixth and final tattle. I would imagine the ball will go infield. George Mann at dummy half. It's on to Beavers. Beavers lofts it high. Bernard Dwyer chases it. Is it too deep? It's gone directly dead. The idea was right from Beavers, but the ball going directly dead. And Wakefield to start with a tap from the centre of the 25. 31 minutes gone. 18 points to 10 the score. Certainly a good game. And the speed merchant Andy Wilson comes in field, takes the ball. And he's brought down. Now on to Hooker Thompson. Richard Slater. Well, they're not lined up correctly at the play of the ball, is the indication there from referee Ollerton. Shane Cooper looks in amazement. The referee Ollerton saying what he wants. So Wakefield restart. Centre fielder Andy Kelly nearly breaks the Saints cover defence. It's Wakefield looking sharp when they have possession. John Thompson the hooker. Mark Conway stepping up at tacked in halfback. Conway inside ball, nearly onto Perry again. Obviously a planned move. But John Harrison looking for support there to try and get Saints underway quickly. Didn't come off that time. Divine on to Jonathan Neal. Going into the tackle, but solid tackling from Richard Slater. George Mann going on his own inside to Connolly, can't take it. The ball's loose, Wakefield come up with possession. Well, that's a penalty to the Saints. He was on the deck with possession. He was told to play it by referee Ollerton, but he didn't, and Saints awarded a penalty. Well, a mistake there by Wakefield, and relieves a bit of the pressure for the Saints as Beavers finds touch 10 yards inside the Wakefield half. Obviously the correct blade of grass as referee Allerton points there, and John Harrison taking up the running. Groves at dummy half, Saints move it in field. Jonathan Neal, well, looked a little high there from Mortimer. But Saints being held by this Wakefield defence. Groves and Cooper work the loop movement, but it's on to Jonathan Griffiths. Leading this Wakefield defence, a merry dance, but Mortimer, head tackled there by Mortimer, touched Judge Wright on the job, going unnoticed. George Mann pushes two off, goes again, spreads the ball out, Saints will have to move it quickly. John Harrison gives the dummy, support from Divine, he straightens up, he's over the 25, it's centre field, it's the sixth and final tackle. Will Saints have a go for drop goal on this sixth tackle? No, they move it to the left, Vivers chips it through, Perry can't take it, he has to go over his own line, and it's a drop out from between the sticks. First mistake from this full-back for Wakefield this afternoon, but a good astute kick there through from Phil Vivers, similar to the Conway kick, but it didn't come off for the Saints there that time. But Perry juggled with it, couldn't take it cleanly, had to dive on it in his own in-goal area, then he was held down, and consequently Wakefield have to drop out from between their own sticks. Connolly now brings it blindside, sees the gap, went for it, but it closed down as quickly as it opened. Harrison moves it left, Beavers, captain Shane Cooper, on to Les Quirk on the far side. Quirk comes back in field. Three Wakefield defenders come in, and Wakefield urged to line out, but move up there. It's Mortimer again. He's as well playing with us, Mortimer, been offside all the match. And Groves there scampering through, looking for support there. He's still going, his Groves. Referee waves play on. Groves wants to play it quickly, but he's being held down there. All Wakefield offside there. On to Jonathan Neal. The ball still loose. Perry knocks on. Now will he give the Wakefield feed with the initial Saints error, or will it be the Perry knock on? He's given the Wakefield feed for the initial Saints error, as he judged that Wakefield didn't capitalise from that. So it's Slater to feed. Saints penalised for foot up. 4 minutes of normal time remaining, 18 points to 10 the score. Certainly got a game on our hands this afternoon. Wakefield scoring in the first 2 minutes, and that spurred the Saints on with 3 tries and 3 goals from Vivers, Quirk and Harrison, and then Wilson just scampering in the corner here, in the top left-hand corner, after a little kick through from Conway. It's Wakefield in possession. On to Glancy. Slater attacked in half-back. They move it in field, along the line. It's Kelly, Mortimer, that straightens up. On to Price. Saints player took a knock there in the tackle, holding his head. As Andy Kelly looking for support. Big John Harrison, I think it is. Well, there's 3 Saints players down injured. And this little kick through again for Wilson. Wakefield come up with possession. Perry onto Wilson, onto Mason. Saints forced to defend. Still 2 down, so Saints down to 11 men with injury. And Wakefield have been awarded a penalty for Saints trying to pull the ball out of his hands. Divine just querying it, but it's Conway takes it quickly. Wakefield move it across onto Mason. He's lost possession. Beaver snaps it up. So Saints back in possession, still down to 11 men. Bernard Dwyer had took a knock, but it's all right now, and another injury to a Saints player. So the clock stopped. It's Jonathan Neal, John Harrison, both down here injured, and Harrison's coming to the touchline, so we'd imagine a substitution will take place. Mike McClellan down there in the dugout. That's a bit of a novelty there. I wonder if we could have that on what happened next, as Mike McClellan popped his head out. A rare occasion for Mike to be there, but Harrison's all right. Jonathan Neal still receiving treatment, and he's all right. They're tough, these forwards, aren't they? But Saints there with 3 injured players on the deck at one time there. But times the clock's restarted, and it's Bernard Dwyer. So 2 minutes of normal time plus that little bit of stoppage time, and Jonathan Neal back in the fray. But Slater comes in, completes the tackle. Sean Devine scampering away. Paul Jones still stripped off in the dugout, or whether they'll make a substitution or wait till half time, as Beavers kicks the ball downfield, deep into the Wakefield 25, and it finds touch. Good curling kick from Beavers. Saves a lot of running from these Saints forwards. Pegs Wakefield in their own 25, but they do have the head and feed. Just let's hope Saints can pack well here and possibly take one against the head and just get a score before the half-time interval. No, it's not to be. Wakefield come up with possession, move it cross-field. The ball's gone back. That's the indication, but I think he's pointing, referee Allerton there, pointing at either Bernard Dwyer or Phil Beavers. I think it was Phil Beavers for allegedly questioning the referee's decision. Well, certainly some of his decisions this afternoon left a lot to be desired, and it's no wonder that occasionally we do question the referee's eyesight and possible parentage on these occasions, but it's Wakefield still in possession, and John Thompson just in the Saints half. Playing in stoppage time now, as Wakefield still in possession, but they lose possession. George Mann gathers it, and Saints' last chance in this first half to get points on the board. Cooper across to Devine, long ball to Griffiths, looking to turn it back in field, but good clamp tackling there from Conway and Mason. Cooper again, onto George Mann, good ball to Rapati, running hard, onto Quirk, pushes one off, has to come inside, nearly decapitated there, Les Quirk, but he's brought down on the 25. Wakefield urged to get back onside. Dwyer along the line, Cooper, somebody will have to straighten up. It's Cooper, turns it inside to Groves. Sixth and final tackle. Is that the half-time hooter? It is. So half-time here at Nosey Road. It's Saints 18, Wakefield 10. Perry and Wilson try scorers for Wakefield, with one Conway conversion, and the Saints points coming from 3 tries from Beavers, Quirk and Harrison, all converted by Sean Devine. So half-time here at Nosey Road. It's Saints 18, Wakefield 10. Back with you for the second half of the Stones Bitter League clash. Saints in the driving seat at half-time by 18 points to 10. No substitutions made at half-time for either team, as far as I can see. And Saints get us underway. On to David Jones. Thompson attacked in half-back. On to Richard Slater. It's Wakefield in possession, bringing it on the opposite diagonal. Drop forward John Glancy there. Conway for the kick downfield. Hunt did well, took it on the full. Awkward kick. Flicks it out there to Devine. Saints bringing it away. Devine sees the gap. Goes for it, Rapati was with him, just being impeded a little. Jonathan Neal turning in the tackle, looking to release, but a good clamp tackle this time. Chris Mortimer. Harrison, inside ball to Cooper. Connolly linking up on his inside. Into Connolly now. Into the Wakefield 25. Good play from the Saints there. Harrison and Cooper backing up. Onto Dwyer. Short ball to Griffiths. Well, the referee going in and pointing, and well, Griffiths being penalised for kicking out in the tackle, allegedly. So the first penalty of the second half going Wakefield's way. The referee moving in there. Griffiths wanted a quick play of the ball, but he's allegedly kicked out. And Wakefield come up with a penalty. Across the field. The Wakefield brought down short of the halfway line. Slater attacked in half-back. Tried to go on his own, but the ball's come back. Saints in possession. Well, I didn't know whether he was waving to us then there. But it's Saints moving it cross field. Rapati. Mortimer there, he wanted, he thought it was another 6 tackles again as he did touch the Saints playing and back to Wakefield. Groves attacked in half-back. Saints move it right. John Harrison. 10-15 yard burst upfield. Cooper, Vivers. Long cut out past to Rapati. Pushes one off. Drives into 3. Detroit, one of the tacklers. He's looking to remove the ball from Rapati's hands. 6th and final tackle. Vivers up and under. Waved on by referee Ollerton. Vivers takes it. Chips it again. Taken down there. Must be a penalty. Well, the yellow card there. 10 minutes in the sin bin for that. So it's Detroit, I think it is. That's no, it's not. It's Detroit's over here. But it's definitely a Wakefield man with 10 minutes in the sin bin. Chris Perry, I believe, the full-back, with 10 minutes in the sin bin for that tackle on Vivers. On the 6th tackle, high up and under. High up and under there from Vivers. He followed it up, caught his own kick, then chipped it through again. The idea of following it through again, and was viciously taken off the ball. Perry receives 10 minutes in the sin bin and a chance for Sean Devine to extend the Saints' lead to 10 points. Just inside the 25, 10 yards to the right. Devine chips it. It goes between the uprights. And Saints now 20, Wakefield 10. Wakefield now reduced to 12 men for the next 10 minutes, and Saints will have to come out with all guns blazing and make them pay for it. Griffiths into space, just brought down 10 yards short from his own line. Good cover tackling from Wakefield. Harrison from acting half-back, but he's going nowhere. Saints will have to try and spread this ball, capitalise on the extra man they have. Jonathan Neal up to the 25 now. Vivers into space, chips it through, gathers it. Groves is on his inside. Bernard Dwyer's with him. Good ball to Dwyer. Support. Oh, Bernard Dwyer tried to get it away. Griffiths was in support, but the ball was knocked down just as Dwyer was going to pass it out to Griffiths on his right, and the ball was knocked down. But brilliant play there from the Saints. Phil Vivers starting that move off yet again, and you notice how all the Wakefield players laid off him that time. As Vivers chipped through, he gathered it well. But scrum down, it's Conway at the scrum half position. One against the head there. Oh, well, he lets that go. Everything's all right. As soon as Saints come out with it, and Devine moves away at the back of the scrum, and the referee blows up. Well, that's a bad decision, isn't it? Well, he's there again, never retired again, Conway. And Saints are penalised for offside, as Devine is alleged to have not retired. Well, a disgrace that from this referee. A disgrace. Saints taking one very well against the head there, but end up getting penalised. John Glancy for Wakefield, taking up the running. Thompson attacks in half-back. Wakefield move it in field. I mean, there's not many good things come out of Wigan, and there's another one that hasn't. As Conway feeds it inside to Andy Kelly, running hard and strong. Connolly brings him down. But Wakefield still running. Mortimer turns it in field. Kelly again. Inside ball to Mason. Connolly brings him down. Saints with a man down. George Mann took a knock, is it? I think it is. But Wakefield moving across field. Detroit. Basketball style. But Slater brings him down. Slater's brought down. And Harrison comes up with possession. On to Groves. Gives it Les Quirk in field. Pushes past one. Just brought down. Stuck to his task, well did Jones. Wakefield offside, all on the referee's left. Jonathan Neal looking for support, he gets it from Dwyer. Quick hands there from the Saints. Beavers went to give the dummy the longer cut-out pass. But he come inside and took the tattle. Harrison up to the halfway line. Inside to Cooper, on to Devine. Well, Detroit taking him down there. It certainly looked a bit high. Well, Detroit there, he must have shouted held as the referee as Detroit broke free. Probably that's why they let go of him. But it's Kelly, Wakefield on the attack. George Mann comes up with possession, and George Mann is on a run. Watch him go! Brilliant 20-yard burst from this Kiwi Pac-Man. Saints on the charge. Griffiths from acting half-back. On to Cooper. Out to Rapati. It must be a walk-in. Yes, Quirk's in at the corner. Quirk in at the corner, his second of the afternoon, and it was George Mann that started that movement off just inside the Wakefield half. Took the ball off the Wakefield player, powered 20 yards upfield into the Wakefield 25, over there on the far side on the main stand side. And then it was quickly transferred over here, and an overlap there, Rapati, drawing his man, feeding it onto Les Quirk, and he dove in at close range at the corner there. But brilliant play there from the Saints, and putting another nail in the Wakefield coffin. 8 minutes of the second half. And Quirk in for his second. Difficult attempt there from for Sean Devine, but 24 points to 10 the score. Saints did the double over Wakefield last season, 24-21 at Wakefield, and 44 points to 21 here at Nosey Road. They're in the lead this afternoon by 24 points to 10. And Wakefield looking to make another substitution. Tracy Lazenby on the touchline. Devine comes in. Is it coming in? No, across the face of the posts. So still 24 points to 10 the score. And Lazenby coming on for hooker John Thompson. The substitution now being made. And Lazenby there, just taking his position on the field, but a superb try there from the Saints, finished off by Les Quirk after George Mann had pinched the ball centre field. So it's Conway now to kick off. Half an hour of the game remaining. Hunt takes it well in his in-goal area. Gives the dummy to feed inside with Gary Connolly, but he has to take the tattle. But he's within 5 yards of the 25-yard line. And John Harrison, good ball to Cooper. Quick hands, Rapati. He comes in field. It's back to George Mann on the blind side. Mann's off again. Pushing him off with ease. He does well. He drives in field. And a 3-man tackle to bring him down. George Mann plays it to himself and on to Cooper. Well, the touch judge here, he hadn't got a clue. The referee hadn't got a clue. And George Mann's just explaining what he's done, but it must have been an illegal play of the ball, and Saints have been penalised. So Conway with the penalty award, finds touch 10 yards inside the Saints half. George Mann running rampant, and now it's Glancy coming on to a short ball there from Conway. Conway attacks in half-back. Moves it in field to Mortimer. On to Jedburn. Not done much this afternoon, but it was Burns' try in the dying seconds. I think it was definitely Burns' try that sealed the Wigan defeat on his old teammates. Lays him at dummy half. Across field to Mortimer, inside to Kelly, back to Mortimer. Saint should get in on this fella, but Mortimer releases it to Price. Price back to Mason, and Wakefield moving it over on the far side. Some strong running there, and they gain about 15 yards forward. Well, the ball coming out in the tackle, and Saints being penalised. Referee moving in. The ball had come out, it rolled right away, and Wakefield take a quick tap. 4 penalties to none so far in the second half in Wakefield's favour. As they move it across field, down to Kelly. Good clamp tackle from Beavers. Took him man and ball there. So Saints forced to defend. Detroit coming cross field. George Mann meets him. John Harrison there. Just have to watch what you're doing with this fella. Certainly leaves a lot to be desired. His refereeing decision this afternoon. Conway, inside ball there. Now on to Jedburn. Running cross field. Beavers brings him down, but he gets the ball away to Slater. And Jonathan Griffiths tidies up on the far side. Wakefield being forced back. Conway brings it blindside. Beavers again, takes it well. He was on the ground when he took it. And Hunt at acting halfback. And he's took a knock there. Phil Beavers, I think it is, on the far side. Alan Hunt coming away. Into space! Oh, just taken by Lazenby there. But nearly Alan Hunt. Against his old side Wakefield. He used to play for the Wakefield Amateurs. He comes from the Wakefield area. And we can remember that Alan Hunt try last year at Bellevue there when Saints won 24-21. It was that Alan Hunt try down the wing late on that put the nail in the coffin, the Wakefield coffin there. Jonathan Neal on to Cooper. Wraps it up well, but gets it away to Devine. Saints spread it quickly. Connolly now in possession. But Cooper did well there. Cooper away again at dummy half. On to Beavers. Good ball upfield. Perry back on. Runs upfield there. And Wakefield still in possession. David Jones from the acting half-back position, scampering through, but Groves clamps him after Jonathan Neal had completed the tackle. Slater, and the loop movement there with Mortimer. But solid tackling from the Saints, 24 points to 10 the score, quarter of an hour of the second half gone. Glancy, 10 yards inside the Saints half. Mr. Ollerton there, the referee, getting Saints lined up as Perry in the movement. Is it Perry? No, beg your pardon, it's Jedburn. But threading his way through is Jedburn. Feeds it inside to Mason and Saints caught on the hop. It's inside to Wilson, yes. Is he in? He scored. Good try from Wakefield. Wilson goes in for his second of the afternoon. And a good try there, just as I was saying that Jedburn hadn't been doing too much. He threaded his way there through from just outside the 25, moved it across over there, and Mason took up the running, and then Wilson coming in on the movement, and he finished off there. He just broke through one tackle and unfortunately couldn't be stopped as he dove over the line. So Conway looking to add the extra points on. 24 points to 14 the score. 16 minutes of the second half gone. Good try there from Wilson and good backing up there from Wakefield, it must be said. Conway hits it well. Waved away by the touch judges. 24 points to 14 is the score. So Saints being caught a bit flat-footed there on the right wing, with Wakefield moving it over from the left wing position and finishing off with Wilson scoring on the far side. Saints kick off. Perry takes it. Rapati initially stops him. Quirk completes the tackle. The George man comes in on Jones, bangs him down. Slater at dummy half. Glancy coming in. Strong forward Glancy, but he's brought down by Harrison and Jonathan Neal. Strong game, Wakefield using both the substitutions, both the Toyton, Lazenby. Saints still have the two fresh men. But the ball coming back there, Alan Hunt. We really expected a knock-on to be given by referee Allerton, but it's Hunt coming cross-field. Did well, Alan Hunt. He came across field, only gained about 5 or 6 yards of forward movement. But Quirk from acting half-back. Jones brings him down with Slater. And Hunt stays over here for the acting half-back. On to Groves, short ball to Jonathan Neal. Looking for the return passes, Paul Groves. Jonathan Neal on the halfway line. 20 yards in field. Groves chips it through well, being held there by Price. He did well to gather it, but he was being impeded there by Gary Price. And Saints move it right. Beavers chips it through again. Beavers gets the ball. Oh, superb! Superb try from the Saints. The pattern. So Tia Rapati there scoring a try about 10 yards short of the posts. Good play there, and Beavers again. Always there and about his Beavers. A little chip kick through. Sat up nice for him. He gathered it. He passed it over. And Tia Rapati finished off. He came in the in-goal area and touched down about 10 yards short of the sticks. 28 points to 14. Surely just a formality for Devine. Devine there, strikes it well. Goes between the uprights. 19 minutes of the second half gone. And 30 points to 14 the score. Is it working? I've just pulled it. The Wakefield to kick off. Jonathan Griffith stops it with his foot. And Saints in possession. Wakefield close up very quickly. Solid Wakefield defence there. They're hoping to hit back. Saints just getting another try there just before the final quarter. Rapati there finishing off. Goal by Devine. 30 points to 14 the score. 30 points to 14 the score, no problem. George Mann feeds it inside to Cooper. Takes it well onto Beavers. Quick hands onto Groves. Groves spreads his way through. Lovely ball to Harrison. Sits on the charge again. Beavers chips it again. Cooper and Rapati chasing it. Quirk gathers it. Oh, yes! Superb try from the Saints again. A full 50-yard movement. Lots of hands from the Saints there, threading it through. Groves got things going. And then it came to Beavers again, and an astute little chip kick through. I could see Rapati here hurrying up, but I didn't see Les Quirk. He wasn't half coming through at a fair rate of knots. And Quirk in for his hat-trick. 3 this afternoon, and he's the Saints' leading try scorer now with 11 touchdowns this season. But Saints sitting back in good style. Mike McClellan, he'll have them fired up at the half-time interval. Even though Wilson did score a try in the 15th minute to give Wakefield a little glimmer of hope, I think that's definitely gone out of the window now. Devine, well, that's a rasper, isn't it? Right between the uprights from just in from this popular side touchline here. (36-14) the score. Six goals from Sean Devine, 3 from Les Quirk, and a try apiece from Beavers, Harrison and Rapati. And it's Alan Hunt on the far side, coming again. And certainly, I mean, Saints there, considering they've got quite a lot of players out injured, are certainly warming to the task. Good play. Beavers again, spreading it onto George Mann. Mann takes him on, still driving forward. It takes 4 Wakefield players to actually get into the grass now as referee Ollerton moves in. Quirk inside Cooper along the line. Beavers again, gives the dummy. He has to take the tackle this time as Connolly came through looking for that short ball. Jonathan Neal. 6th and final tackle. On to Beavers. Kicks it up centre field. Jones and Perry there, but Saints cover defence up. There's 5 players there coming up. A reception committee to Jones, and Dwyer brings him down. Well, Saints should have got in there in numbers. They left it to Bernard Dwyer to tackle Jones, but it could have easily slipped through the tackle. As Wakefield break away, Perry again. Lively customer. Spent 10 minutes in the sin bin. But it's Jedburn. He's got support from Mason. Thank you very much, says Jonathan Griffiths. Mason was overrun, but he fed it out to Connolly. Lovely ball from Griffiths as he was going down in the tackle. Saints keep it moving. On to Harrison. Rapati. Work on the outside. Can he go in again? Well, he's into touch, unfortunately. But Saints bring it upfield with Wakefield attacking in the Saints 25. Griffiths got possession, he fed it lovely up to Connolly, then the ball was transferred over to the left, and Saints moving 60 yards upfield there. Finally Quirk bundled into touch, but superb into passing from the Saints. Wakefield in possession. Well, I think that's the first clean scrum we've had in the second half. Saints certainly haven't won one, they only won one in the first half. A scrum possession, it's Wakefield with all possession. They're held on their own line virtually, and Saints will have to make sure they can hold them there. The man wriggling in the tackle and cabbaging about 5 yards there is George Mann. Well, Saints snap up the ball. Keeper, Beavers. Yes, it's out to Griffiths. Griffiths comes inside. Perhaps if he'd have got the ball away to Alan Hunt, would have been done for another try there. We'll never know. But it's Saints in possession. Cooper looking for support. Haul back 5 yards away from the Wakefield line. Dwyer across to Beavers along the line. George Mann, good ball to Rapati. Out to Quirk, 1 man to beat. Quirk comes inside to Connolly. He's forced into touch, but good attacking play for the Saints there. And I think Mike McLaren's going to make a double substitution. Both the substitutes out of the dugout here just in front of us as the scrum down is formed, as Jones for Wakefield has took a knock in that tackle there. The defence when Connolly was forced into touch in the far side. Well, surely play should go on. The referee has stopped the game while Jones is receiving treatment. Usually if a player's in possession of the ball or anything like that, and he's not interfering with the actual scrum that's going to take place. But he's just having a minute there. Is referee Ollerton. He stopped play for while Jones has received treatment. I just can't understand this at all. The game should be going ahead. Well, he's all right now. He's back on his feet. Just had his right knee strapped. And Slater feeds, and he never retired there. Slater, he should have been penalised for not retiring. But Wakefield come up with scrum possession. Well, Saints penalised. Somebody saying something out of place there to referee Ollerton. He's took exception to it, and that relieves the pressure a little for Wakefield. They find touch on their own 25. It's Glancy with Slater attacked at half-back onto Mortimer. Shane Cooper and Bernard Dwyer bring him down, and Wakefield still in possession. Jed Byrne onto substitute forward Nick DeToit, but he's taken down on the far side. Good tackle. He plays it quick onto Andy Wilson. Comes inside. Quite a sharp fella, this Wilson. Scored 2 of the Wakefield's tries this afternoon, with Perry scoring the other. But it's Wakefield still in possession, looking to release it. And now it's with Mortimer. Sees the gap, drives through. Mortimer pushes off one. He's got Jones on his outside. He's brought down Les Quirk and Gary Connolly. And the touch judge on, well, for whatever reason. But, I beg your pardon, as a Saints player flattened just on the left. I was following the ball. Yes, the Saints player there down being treated, and the touch judge on for it. I wondered what play had been stopped for there. But it's Shane Cooper been taken off the ball. The referee reporting to the touch judge, I beg your pardon, reporting to the referee. But Saints captain there must have been taken off the ball. It's going to be a penalty to the Saints, and whether somebody will walk for this, I don't know. But substitutions going to be made. Let's see what the referee's decision is. Just being obstructed there, taken as off the ball is the signal. Saints have been awarded a penalty, but 2 substitutions to be made now. Jones coming on for Cooper, and Large coming on for Griffiths. So Saints captain, the ever-present Shane Cooper, just been substituted by Paul Jones, and David Large, his first appearance of the season in any capacity in the first team. He's come on replacing Jonathan Griffiths. What can we say for the last 12 minutes of play? Wakefield in possession in the Saints 25. Kelly running hard. Well, looked like a forward pass there up to Perry, but he lost it, and Connolly comes up with it. Good tackle from Lazenby. Saints in possession. Centre field, 5 yards outside, inside their own 25. As Neil powers his way upfield, 10-15 yard burst. Good solid display from the Saints this afternoon. Paul Jones now his first touch. 36 points to 14 the score. George Mann flicks it out there, loose play, tidied up, well, a loose pass again, but Sean Devine tides it up this time. And a knock on Rude. Looked as though it had gone back, that one. But Saints just getting bottled up there. Sean Devine, finally adjudged to have knocked on. 10 minutes of the game remaining. 36 points to 14 the score. Saints come up with one against the head again. And referee Ollerton, he's not happy with that at all. It's Slater to feed. That's twice that Saints have come up with possession against the head. And twice they've been brought back. Perry linking up and dumped unceremoniously by his counterpart Gary Connolly, and that's hurt Perry. He gets up very sluggishly from that tackle, and it's Slater attacked in half back. Wakefield in possession in the Saints 25. Conway cross field, bringing Andy Kelly on to the opposite diagonal, and it's Jed Byrne. Saints will have to watch the Wakefield. They're deadly in the Saints 25 there. Made Saints pay that short range with those Wilson tries. But it's now with Tracy Lazenby. Perry coming onto the short ball. Connolly brings him down. Good try saving tackle. Jones tried to burrow his way through from short range, but no way through for him. And Perry there, he should have got out of the way. Getting involved in the action. Sixth and final tackle, I think that is signified. It's on to Mortimer, a long pass to Conway. Saints stretched on the far side. On to Mason, he's coming in field. Well, that's the changeover, is it? Yes, the changeover, and Saints nearly caught on the hop over there on the Saints right wing. Obviously the Wakefield left, as Wakefield moved it over very quickly on the 6th tattle. So it's Dwyer now, just slowing it down for the Saints. 8 minutes of play remaining, a comfortable 36 points to 14 lead. Groves on to Jones. Brought down on the 25. Wakefield moving up exceptionally quickly again as the ball's fed over to George Mann, then on to Alan Hunt. He can't hold it. Andy Wilson, well, he didn't know what to do, and you'll have to get into this man Wilson. Groves goes into him, brings off the tackle as Alan Hunt comes through, but it's Lazenby, feeds it on to Conway. Looking for runners is Conway, but Wakefield losing ground there as Slater comes up with it. Price, well, certainly Wakefield looking a little bereft of ideas as the ball's into Conway, inside to Jedburn, looking for support to Wakefield. Mortimer comes up with it and throws it anywhere. Beavers following up, brings down Kelly, and Les Quirk comes in and clamps him, makes sure the ball isn't thrown out, and Wakefield losing 20 yards there. Jones, the wing man, dumped down again. It's this Beavers-Quirk partnership that bring him down. Conway for Wakefield, turns it inside to Price. Wakefield bringing it blindside onto Detroit, but Quirk stops him. Detroit gets up. Saints coming again for another bite of the cherry, and it's the 6th tattle again. Slater inside to Lazenby. Lofted kick there, very high kick. Well, Wakefield in possession, but surely Connolly impeded there. The referee weighs the tackle count clean, and it's Tracy Lazenby trying to go in at short range. He's about 5 yards short. Wakefield in possession, but I do feel that Connolly was obstructed there. Well, it's Saints' ball this time. Wakefield making a hash of that movement. George Mann, he took it well there, an awkward ball, but Mann tries to get things underway, moves it over to the right wing. Alan Hunt moved into the centre position, with David Large moving outside to the right wing. Jonathan Neal. Phil Vevers named as the man of the match, and he certainly had a good game as Vevers. The time is when Phil Vevers doesn't have a good game. He nearly always a solid display, and Price there penalised for punching Rapati. Right in front of the referee and the touch judge, and that's not gentlemanly conduct, is it? The man of the match there, Phil Vevers, with the penalty award, finds touch just short of the halfway line. Groves inside to Devine. John Harrison coming on, comes into the tattle, pushes Lazenby off, and Lazenby goes in with Harrison on the ground. Jones being backed up well there by Bernard Dwyer, but he couldn't release it. Saints bring it over to the left. George Mann again. Good ball to Rapati, but he puts it down. Jones for Wakefield. The right wing man comes up with possession. In the last 5 minutes, still 36 points to 14 the score. No problem where the 2 league points are going this afternoon. And very thankful of them the Saints will be. A difficult period after a bleak Christmas period, and a difficult away tie at Featherstone next Sunday. I know we beat Featherstone well in the Regal Trophy, but that's just a one-off game. Always a difficult side on their own mid in Featherstone, and that's next Sunday, 3:30 kickoff. But it's Kelly looking to release it. He does so. Perry, I think it is, backing up. Just couldn't pick the man out. It was Perry. It's on to Conway, lofts it high. Connolly with a bit more time this time. Feeds it back to Devine, and Saints are on the way again. Alan Hunt coming on the opposite diagonal, looking for space. Into space now. Alan Hunt is still going up centre field. Oh, what a a superb run, 50 odd yards from this flamboyant three-quarter, and Saints moving it to the left, overlap on the left, they're lining up as Harrison onto George Mann, turns inside, Harrison again, driving to the posts, gives the dummy, it's brought down 8 yards short. Well, it's over quarter of an hour since we had a try, and let's hope we can get one on the board here. Jonathan Neal flicks it back to Groves, gives the dummy, drives to the post, still going again is Groves, flicks it up, Hunt again, can Hunt finish off in style? He's relishing this game this afternoon, having a good game is Alan Hunt. Beavers chips it through, it's back, Beavers flicks it up. Unfortunately, Andy Kelly was there to receive it. And Wakefield in possession. And Saints penalised for offside. Incredible, isn't it? 6 penalties to 2 in the second half. Mr. Ollerton has awarded to Wakefield. And Saints with another injured player down there. I think it's Jonathan Neal again that's took a knock. Took a knock earlier on when Saints were reduced to 10 players at one stage, with injuries to Harrison, Jonathan Neal and Bernard Dwyer. But loose play and Saints come up with possession. Dwyer onto George Mann, Saints moving it over here again. Connolly as the extra man, he straightens up. He couldn't release it, good clamp tackle from Detroit. Well, the referee's not stopping play this time, is he? And Jonathan Neal's down injured. Nothing wrong before, and Jones was receiving treatment, but Neal's been down on the deck and right in the middle of play there. But the game goes on. One rule for one and one for another, isn't it? Paul Jones, centre field. Just short of the 25-yard line. Having trouble getting to his feet is Jonathan Neal as Grove sets up the running. Feeds it to Devine. On to Tia Rapati. Sees the gap, drives for it. Back to Harrison. On to Groves. Sixth and final tackle now. 20 yards from the Wakefield line. Cooper having to come back on, I think, as Devine chips it through. But wingman Jones for Wakefield takes it and drives up to the to where the ball was kicked. Well, Bernard Dwyer just a little slow getting back onside there. He got the ball and the referee's awarded a scrum down. Well, I think that was wrong. I think if Bernard Dwyer's got it, it perhaps should have been a penalty to Wakefield. But he's the man in the middle. Wakefield up with possession. 4 scrums to Wakefield in the second half, and I don't think Saints have had a scrum heel from a set scrum. The ball's loose. Wakefield come back with it. Well, surely that was a knock on. And Cooper again. Well, he's penalised again. The ball was on the ground. It's open for offers when it's placed for somebody to play it. Cooper struck for it again, and he's penalised for it again. Glancy driving upfield. Certainly a lot of this refereeing decision this afternoon leave a lot to be desired. Saints still in a comfortable 36 points to 14 lead, but it makes you wonder what's going on, doesn't it? We're actually in play added, time added on for stoppages, and that's to the wingman Jones for Wakefield. Notice we didn't get any time, any stoppages for Jonathan Neal. There's the final hooter. The final score here at Nosey Road is 36 points to 14 for the Saints. 18-10 at half-time. Then Saints came out in the second half. A penalty goal from Devine in the 4th minute. A Les Quirk try going unconverted in the 8th minute. And Saints with a 24 points to 10 lead. Then Wilson nipped in the corner. Good play from Wakefield in the 15th minute. They brought them back to within 10 points at 24-14. And then 2 tries in 2 minutes from Rapati and Quirk. Both goal by Devine. And that puts Saints in a virtually unassailable lead at 36 points to 14. Anyway, thanks again for joining us. You've been with BSN, Broadcast Sport and News. and your Saints video team. As I said before, we're at Featherstone Post Office Road next Sunday. Hope you can join us. Don't forget, we still have available all the Saints tries from last season, the 89-90 season. So if you have any problems, you come and see us and we'll fix you up. A good Visey Saints tri-tape, just 3 minutes short of 2 hours of all entertaining tries. So thanks once again, and the final score here from Nosey Road is Saints 36, Wakefield 14.